Yeah, good evening. This is the seventh lab sessions recording that I'm doing. Well, the sixth one got stalled, so yeah, this is the seventh one, and okay, here we go. I've already copy pasted the queries that I'm going to copy paste the queries that I'm going to do from this exercise. Um, so we'll take a look at the query questions. So first we go ahead and create a database, and the MongoDB actually consists of because this is a unstructured database. So it has instead of storing in tables, it stores in collections, which are similar to tables. So in these collections, so we call it collections, and inside that we can insert any form of unstructured data. So here, okay, it's to insert, update, display, and yeah, it's mostly reading and inserting and updating queries. So we'll go ahead with that. Okay, so like a simple command like use company, that is all that is uh, needed to create a database. So if I say use company, a database called company will be created, and then the next one would be to create a collection called customer, which is actually the table. So okay, someone is bursting crackers. Um, okay, so I switched to a company database. So inside this, we are going to create a collection called customer. Okay, so we have created the collection called customer, and then these are all just some insert commands. So we are inserting one, two, three. Actually, this is one extra one which was added just to accommodate this dancing hobby. Then yeah, so the second query was to insert three documents into question, then insert a document with only the first two fields, and then to insert document with new fields, age and date of birth, and insert document with the new field hobby using save command. Okay, so we'll go ahead with just inserting the commands here. We'll see what happens. Okay, so as you can see, it is writing right result 1, right result 1, so that means it's successful. Yes, so all these have been done successfully. Now what happens is, now the next query is we're trying to insert fewer fields, just only the first two fields into this database which has a more number of fields. But if we do and we are able to insert it because it is unstructured, so we can insert in however way we want. This one we are inserting. Let's see what was the next query. Okay, with only the first one. Now insert document with two new fields like date of birth. That we actually already did that in this query. We already in this insert we have done date of birth and hobby as extra fields. So as you can see, even though there are two new extra fields, it will still insert it because it's not a fixed structure for the table. I'll just insert this also. Okay, so it was inserted. Okay, now we need to try and observe the difference between insert and save. Okay, now for that, it was inserted or rather saved actually. So, I mean, it is not observable from that like what the difference between insert and save is. So, but when you see online, see, save is a wrapper for update and insert. Functionally, save and insert are similar. However, if a ID key is passed, save will update the document while insert will throw a duplicate key error. Hmm. Okay, I need to look more into that. One of the key difference between save and insert. But yeah, functionally they are the same in this case. Okay, and the seventh query and eighth query would be to display the details of customer collection. This is neatly formatted. For neatly formatted, the pretty command is there. Okay, okay. So if you just find, we're searching for the details of the customer table. As you can see, every row is displayed here, and if we arrange it in a pretty format, it looks much neater. We can see each one and the number of values. So here, as you can see, since it's unstructured, it has varying number of columns, no problem at all. Okay, and the next query was to update the postal code of Mary Smith to 10032. 10032. Okay, so if we do that, yes, here it will show in a different way. Number of matched is 1 and number of modified is 1. So it has been modified. So yeah, MongoDB is very simple in that manner. Now display detail whose age is greater than 40. For that, find age. The format of this finding is a little tricky. It has brackets, dollar symbols. But yeah, once you get used to it, it is simple. So yeah, here it is. Um, okay, so the next query was to display the details of customers living in New York City. New York City. Okay. So yes. Yeah. Okay. One customer is living in New York City. Then the next one was to find the dealer whose Richard, whose name is Richard Newman. The queries are different here because I was trying in a different format. So some changes had to be done. Um, okay. Okay, it's the same return. So New York and Richard Newman. And the next one was to find the custom materials whose hobby is dancing. Okay. Yes. Dancing. Okay, it has been displayed. Now we go on. Display a customer whose age is the minimum among all the customers. So for that, we use an aggregate function which will display the minimum age. The minimum age is 21. And then the next one is the uh, average age of the customers. So for that, the average total age average no total age, yeah, the average age, the before I had typed the total age, so the average age is 35.5. Then we go on, uh, sort the documents based on the customer name. So for that, we give sort cname as -1. So let's see, HG. Okay, so what is happening here is, if I give it as -1, it will arrange in descending order, and 1 means it will arrange in ascending order. And first thing that it will do is, it will put in ascending order of the capital letter first. So if the first name is a capital letter, it will put in capital letters. It'll sort it in capital letters. So as you can see, Mary Smith, Richard Newman, till here is capital letters. Here onwards, the names starts with small letters. So again, it starts sorting from here. E, I, Y. So that is one of the orders. So that was query number 16. Now we go to number 17. Display the customer name and city without displaying ID field. So in that, we just set customer dot find city. City is 1, C name is 1, and ID 0. So, so that's it. Let me copy. Yeah, so the ID is not displayed, only the C name and city is displayed. The next one would be to change the name to uppercase, I think. Yeah, display names of all customers in uppercase. So for that, everything has been changed to pure uppercase. The next query is to display the name of customer that ends with E. Hold on. Yeah, that ends with E. So here it is. Yes, the name ends with E. So this is correct. And the last query, no, not the last. The 20th query is name of customer that starts with J. So should be, I think, John. I didn't copy it. Yes, the name John is displayed. Now display the first two documents and display the last three documents. Okay, for the last two queries, we are sorting and we're limiting the number to 2, and we are sorting in ascending order, so it will actually retrieve the first two documents. So find sort ID 1 means ascending order, and limit up to 2 in a pretty format. So the first two are displayed. The last query was to display the last three documents. So for that, typed it here. Yes, last three, 6, 5, and 4. So yeah, with this, I think all the queries are executed. Thank you. Have a good night.